G'day everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Madison Paige, wishing you all a very Merry Christmas this holiday season. Today I am going to be updating my favourite Christmas movies list. I've watched quite a few of the new Christmas movies over the last couple of years, and I wanted to add them to my list and give them my thoughts. So here we go. So first up we have Scrooge, which is a new version of a very old story. In my first video of this, I believe I put Christmas Carol, the one with Jim Carrey, on the list. That's alright. I'm not sure why I would put it on my favourites list. Cartoons have never really been my thing. Also, A Christmas Carol is terrifying for a children's movie. And Scrooge is no different. It's still, you know, Ghost of Christmas Future is still terrifying. But Scrooge is a musical. And if you know anything about me, a good soundtrack will win me over every time. So yeah, it stars Luke Evans as Scrooge, Olivia Colman, I think, is Ghost of Christmas Past. Fra Fee, is that how you say his name? Is Scrooge's nephew, and I want to talk about him for a second. So he was in the Cinderella movie with Camila Cabello as one of the prince's, like, sidekicks, one of his buds. And he did singing, but like in the background. In Scrooge, however, within the first 2 to 5 minutes of the movie, he holds a 13-second note, which might not seem like a big deal to some people, but as someone whose lungs don't like too long, that's impressive. It's impressive. And now I'm mad. Another song that really got to me was Later Never Comes. That song and the whole scene behind it made me cry, which again, I'm not big on cartoons. So it's kind of like, it's kind of a big deal when one of them manages to make me cry. But yeah, it's a very beautiful retelling of, again, an old story, but made new with lovely songs, and I just really enjoyed it. Next up we have Christmas Chronicles 1 and 2. Funny story, Christmas Chronicles 1 was actually in my original video. Despite never seeing it, I just kind of had like a feeling that I'd really enjoy it, and I was correct. However, I did not end up watching it until this year. I made that video like 2, 3, 4 years ago, and I still didn't watch the movie until this year. But I really liked it. I liked how it was almost a family affair, with Kurt Russell as Santa, Goldie Hawn as Mrs. Claus, and Oliver Hudson as the dad. I have also decided that the off-screen Aunt Peggy is played by Kate, and Wyatt can be an elf. I don't know. He's there.
We've all seen the pictures. She looks absolutely beautiful. And he's there.
I like how it gave me kind of Narnia vibes, in the sense that in the first film it was Kate and Teddy, and then in the second film Teddy didn't go. It was Kate and the younger future stepbrother Jack. So again, similar to Narnia in the sense that, like, when Susan and Peter stop going to Narnia, their cousin joins along, or whatever. It's been a minute since I've seen Narnia, but I in here it makes sense. I like that Kurt Russell clearly had it written in his contract or something that he must have one musical number for every movie. And they were dope. He did a good job. It was a very warm movie. My only qualm with the second movie was Belsnickel. Not the actor, he's fine, he's great. But the accent, which I know, it's my accent. But at the start of the movie, he's kind of flip-flopping back and forth between a New Zealand accent and an American accent, and then eventually he figures out that he's just gonna have a New Zealand accent. But then he is the only one, which again I understand is like supposed to set him apart. But is it too much? All of the humans are American and all of the elves speak Elvish, and then there's him. with a very strong New Zealand accent. And I don't know how to feel about it. He did great in his role though. I really liked him. Moving on, Last Christmas. So again, came out a while ago, I only saw it this year. I knew exactly what the movie was going to be. I think everybody did. Not just from like the trailer, but also the title. Last Christmas. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I knew exactly what the story was going to be going into it. But I still managed to really enjoy it. I am sad though. Like, even though I went into the movie knowing what it was going to be about, I am a little bit sad that the romance wasn't real, because it was very cute. It was very cute. It wasn't real. But still, I interpreted the film as to be like about hope. Hope and, you know, making the most of what you got. Not just at Christmas time, but like all the time. And that's nice. That's a nice little message to have. Next on the list is Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey. Oh my god. I intended to watch this when it came out, but Christmas hasn't really been Christmas for like a while now, so I just haven't been watching Christmas movies. But I did it this year, and Jingle Jangle is incredible. It just is. I did kind of want to stop it after the first song and leave it there. Everyone's happy. We don't need any of the betrayal or the scandal or the sadness. Just leave it there. But I'm glad I kept going, because Journey, the little girl of the movie, was phenomenal. Forrest Whitaker, I mean, I wasn't surprised that he could sing, but I also was. And seeing him play like a sweet old man, honestly, it kind of just felt right. It felt right. Did I scream when Anika Noni Rose entered the scene? I might have. I might have. All of the songs are incredible. My personal favourites were Make It Work Again. Obviously that was like the biggest song of the movie. This Day, I think, is the opening number. The Square Root of Impossible. I think that was it. I think that was all the ones that I really liked. But yeah, it just, again, gave me really warm, fuzzy feelings. It was full of joy and magic, and honestly, just kind of is what I think a Christmas movie should be. Last on the list of movies that I watched this year that are added to my favourites list, I do have a couple honourable mentions, but this is the last main favourite. Single All the Way. It is a homosexual Christmas film. It is a predictable Christmas film, but I still went with it. But yeah, it was like Last Christmas. It was kind of, you knew what you were getting into when you watched it, but I still had a fun time. I will support almost anything gay as a homosexual myself. Now for honourable mentions, we have Happiest Season, which, is it the best Christmas movie? No. Is it the best woman-loving woman movie? Absolutely not. But is it one of the first times I've seen myself represented as a main character in a mainstream Christmas movie? Yeah. It could have been better. So it's on my honourable mentions list. Along with Noelle, which is a movie on Disney Plus with Anna Kendrick that I watched last year that I remember really enjoying, but I don't remember anything else about it. I was gonna rewatch it before I made this video, but I didn't want to. But yeah, that was my updated list. I would have had the first video linked somewhere above at some point in this video. I might have enough presence of mind to put it in the description as well. But yeah, if anybody has any movie recommendations, feel free to comment them down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace. Yeah, that one's fine. Peace. Bye.